We are back on the Fowler Show. I'm not going to tell you, folks, when it comes to our environment and it comes to protecting our environment, a lot of times people have made this argument about why the Republicans aren't doing enough and why progressives or Democrats aren't doing enough, blah, 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 blah. But, and we've heard a lot about the Keystone XL Pipeline and what, on the Republican side, you hear about, oh, it's going to create jobs. And on our side, you're like, this is going to be horrible for the economy, horrible for the environment, and horrible for our way of life, and horrible for the air we breathe and the water we drink. Now, you guys folks know that I'm no environmental expert because I'm not. But we're joined by somebody who knows a lot about these things. She's the Vice President of Politics at CREDO Action, Becky Bond. Welcome to the show, Becky.
Oh, it's great to be on the show with you. Thanks for having me, Rich.
I appreciate you being here. Now, tell me, for those folks out there in YouTube land and radio land that all they hear is Keystone Pipeline, and they're not really sure what that means. If you could explain that for them, that'd be amazing.
Oh, that's great. So I'm glad you asked that question because sometimes I think environmentalists and progressives in general can get so tied up in keywords that they forget to tell the story about what this is about. And this is the most important fight in the United States over climate change right now. There is this very, very dirty kind of oil that's trapped beneath the surface in Canada, and it's called the Canadian tar sands. This oil, it creates 3 times as much carbon pollution, and that's what accelerates climate change than regular oil. And so if this oil that's in Canada, the Canadian tar sands, actually is pulled out of the ground and burned for fuel, it will mean game over for the climate. Now, in Canada, the Indigenous peoples and the citizens of Canada have so far stopped the ability to get this dirtiest oil pipelined out of the ground into refineries where it could be turned into fuel that will then be burned. They've stopped it. They've tried to create a pipeline that would go to the West Coast. They've tried to get it to the East Coast. They can't get it out. The only way the Canadian oil companies can get this oil to refineries is to ship it across the United States in a pipeline to the Gulf Coast of the United States. And the pipeline that can make this happen, because the Canadians won't let it go across their country, it's called the Keystone XL Pipeline. And because this pipeline actually crosses an international border, it has to have a permit from President Obama. It's actually called a presidential permit. So what this fight is really about is whether the United States and the president individually is going to do a huge favor to these international oil companies that want to take the dirtiest oil in the world out of the ground in Canada, ship it in a pipeline across the United States to refine it on the Gulf Coast, and then export it to China where it will be burned, and it'll mean game over for our fight to stop climate change.
Well, I love that.